Hello, folks. I had to adjust this friction disc here so I'd get better contact with the drive wheel. This is a HS55. You can see it's still not driving the wheel very much. Um, I'm going to show you how I do it. First thing you have to do is adjust this right here. You see the spring is connected to the hole there. So when you're adjusting this bolt, you don't you don't turn the bolt, you turn the nuts. You got the nuts, adjust the nut and everything. Now the distance between the plate and the end of your bolt head should be about 19 to 21 millimeters. I've adjusted hundreds of these. This is what it says in the Honda shop manual, and it usually works for me. You can play with the adjustments a little bit, but 19 to 21 is usually the right one. Now up here, this is the cable that you adjust to get more or less tension on your friction disc. Now earlier when I was working on this, there was too much tension. I had it in the neutral. This is neutral, okay? And this is reverse. And over here is first, second, and third. Now, when I had it in neutral, the wheel was so tight that you couldn't even move it. Okay, so I had to loosen. There's the cable right here. Here's the cable. So if you tighten this cable up more, then it loosens. Let's see if I can push on this. You see how I'm pushing on it? Well, it loosens the wheel. The more tension you have on this cable, the more loose to make the wheel. But in my case here, it's connecting, but it's a little bit too loose, and so I want more contact with the friction disc with your sub transmission drive wheel. So if I want more tension, then I want to move this down a little bit. Oops, sorry. I loosen this up. See, I can pull it out, and I can turn this down a little bit, and then I will push it back in there, and then tighten up my nut. Actually, this is the adjusted nut, and this is the lock nut. But to me, I do it both ways. It's just easier for me to do. Okay, so now it's tight. Let me check this again. You see if I have more. Yeah, I got more friction now, you see? All right, let me put it in neutral. Okay, this is for Bill had this problem, I think, with with his Honda. It wasn't he didn't have third gear. So I'm hoping that it's not the sub transmission that's his problem. Excuse me. It could be the sub transmission, but you put it up on the nose and put it in third gear and see if it's turning the friction wheel. Let me put it in neutral. I gotta get it in neutral. Okay, now it's a little bit tight. it should be able to spin freely. So I'm going to have to do a little bit more tweaking on this. Let me try first. All right, here's second gear. Okay, you see how the friction disc is nice and dry. You don't want oil and water on it. You see how it's turning the wheel. So if I put this down on the ground, it would drive in all excuse me, 4 gears: reverse, first, second, and third. So this is how you make this adjustment first, folks. 19 to 21 millimeter is about average. That's what the shop manual says. And then you adjust this cable up here on the outside to get more or less friction from your friction disc to your drive wheel. So I hope this helps you folks. If you have a problem with one of the gears not working, or 2 gears work, the other gear don't work, worst case scenario, you could have a problem in the sub transmission. But a lot of times I've made these adjustments. I have reverse, second and third, but I don't have first. Or I have first, second, and third, but I don't have reverse. And most of the time, you just don't have enough contact with the friction disc, to the drive wheel. So I hope this helps on this adjustment. Please like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.